So welcome back. In my next tutorial we are going to deal with a shaft. This is a shaft of engine motorcycle. As we're seeing, it's a shaft. So we are going to deal with these threads of the shaft. As you are seeing, it was knocked, so even the threads are stunted, as you are seeing. So the first step we are going to first take is to measure the circumference and to know which die we are going to use, because we are going to cut these outer threads. So these outer threads are stunted, so we are going to cut these outer threads. So let's first measure. So on the vernier caliper, if you try to count these small sticks, it says that to up to here at 0. Here at 0, if you try to count, there are 14 sticks. That means that the size of this shaft is 14 millimeters. So this indicates that we have to use a die of 14. So this is we are going to use a die of 14 millimeters. So it's you to decide. You can use a die of 14 times 125, 14 times 1.5, 14 times 2.0. So depending on the nut you are going to put here, the type of the threads of the nut, the pitch of the threads of the nut you are going to put here. So you are going also to put a new nut, because otherwise these threads are of anti-clockwise. So you are going to put a clockwise nut, because for us we don't have the dies which can cut anti-clockwise. So let's go into the video and I show you how to rethread standard threads of this shaft. This is the main shaft of a engine of a motorcycle. So let's go into that. So let's first tie. So we are going to tie this gear inside here, so that it cannot rotate. If you try to tie here, it will rotate, because we are going to use a lot of energy. So if you try to tie it here, it rotates. So we are going to tighten with the gears. So I have decided to use this type of let me remove this one. This is 816. This type of 14. This is a type of 14 1.5, because I have the nuts which can match with the threads, the pitch of the threads. So like a bolt of number 19, 22. So this is the type which can cut the threads of those bolts for number 19, 22, especially those bolts of 19. They are cars of Japan. Those are bolts of Japan. Then 19 is the bolt of German. So you have to first touch and see whether it's not a bit it's like as if it's not expanded, because they knocked it. So if it's expanded, you have to bring a grinder and you put a starting point. So but it's okay, it's fine. So you have to be in a straight line. So and make sure that these numbers, the figures, they are at the starting point, because this is the starting point always. So let's first put a starting point, because it has failed. Let's bring a grinder and we remove this excessive. So you have to grind to put a starting point. So as you are seeing now we have put a starting point a bit sharp sharp here in front. So as you are saying, so let's again try to cut. So you should put some force and energy and make sure that you are in a straight line. If possible, you have to put here something to keep these metallic particles not fall into this bearing. So like this. Have a deck area. So you have to be straight in a straight line like this. So it has ended. After that, you also have to change this tab this side because this is the ending part. So if it has not reached, the threads have not reached down, so you have to change also this tab like this. This is the second phase, so that also to cut the down, to this tab can cut the down threads and reach up to down. So like this. So these are the pieces I've been telling you. These pieces not fall into the bearing. So now, as you are seeing the threads, and I show you. So now you are seeing the threads. The threads, as you are seeing, they are now good because we have put another thread, so of 1.5. So let's try and test. Let's test with a nut. So this is a nut of 19 millimeters on the spanner. So inside here there are the threads of 1.5. So this is a Japanese nut. So let's try and test. So it just ties by the use of the hand. As you are seeing, ties by the use of the hand. It doesn't even need to tie it with a spanner. Because as you're seeing now, the threads are okay. So thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel so that you can get new tutorials. So learn with me as we work.